All right, we got a rigged up system today. It is Friday, the 3rd of February, 2023. In my daughter's car today, so I have no camera mount. Not going to even attempt to put a camera mount up because this is the nicest car in the family. Of course, kids have nicer stuff than I do. But that's all right. I like to suffer through life. I don't want nice things. It keeps me more practical and honest. And you know, the little DigiByte 2, I think I need a starter in that because it's having periodic issues to where it won't start. I mean, got all the lights, ignition turns, you hear it click, but that's it. So I don't know if it's all gummed up in that starter, but it's probably gone out. It's got 70,000 miles on it, and I doubt it's ever been changed. Not that it should go out, but it's, 19 years old, too. So, yeah, probably got a starter swap in my future. Yay. And I got some parts and stuff for the DigiByte. I think everything I'm looking at, it's got an overboost situation, so it's probably the boost, something to do with the actuator. It could be all kinds of carbon deposits in there. I've looked at it, how to take it out and take it apart. I mean, once it's out, it's not a big deal to clean it up. Problem is getting it out. So I think that's a job for somebody else. I just don't know any good diesel mechanics around here. Diesel shops that work on that kind of stuff. There was one not that far away, but it burned down a couple of years ago. And so I'm like, ugh. I've been watching this guy from Kansas City, man. Kansas City TDI. And the dude knows his stuff, seems pretty honest and legit. And I mean, I'm like, Lisa, hey, why don't we have another meetup in Kansas City? Let's hook up with Mosty. And then I'll drive the DigiByte over there and say, hey, pull the turbo out, pull out everything and clean it up and get the deposits out. And I mean, that's it. The motor runs good. It's just that I think I'm getting, these diesel buildup, a lot of carbon buildup. So we'll see what happens. I got some parts. I'm going to swap out all the vacuum hoses and the EGR valve, and we'll see what happens there. But anyway, enough of the car stuff. We've got weather balloons. The irony of that. It was just a weather balloon. Nothing to worry about. It's just a weather balloon. Anyway, if you haven't heard, there's a Chinese balloon, supposedly a possible surveillance balloon that's over Montana, and the White House and the cabinet and defense, all these circus entertainers have decided not to shoot it down. Now I'm thinking, okay, why would a Chinese balloon, whether it's a weather balloon, surveillance balloon, whatever it is, why would that be here in North America? And then we decide to just let it float over. What's it doing? And it's close to some ICBM sites, intercontinental ballistic missile sites. So we're just going to let that thing just kind of do what it needs to do up there. I mean, that tells you the state of where we are right now and where the alliances of the people in Washington are. It's not the American people. It's not protecting America. We got a wide open border. We've got balloons from China flying over. And we just say, it's fine. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to see here. Meanwhile, we had some outages out in the West yesterday. I don't know, it was just power or computer systems. I don't know, it's just coincidental, but it makes you wonder. It should call an awareness. Hey, maybe this is just kind of like the warning sign from the universe. If you don't do something, you might have some consequences. Anyway, that's, I mean, shoot it down. Why wouldn't you shoot it down? I mean, seriously, what would happen if we had stuff over in China, flying our stuff over? We had a B-2 bomber that got flying over Russia and got shot down. Was it Francis Gary Powers? Wasn't it the B-2? What was it called? No, it was, I can't remember what it was, that high altitude plane. Oh, is it the B-2? It's not the B-2, is it? Somebody will know in the chat. Can't remember. See, that's the thing. Well, how do you know? Prove to me that, you tell me where are your sources, why things are, this way, or why you think this thing's dangerous. And it's like, I've absorbed all the information. And so I've come to a conclusion. I've fact-checked it with myself, my discernment. I can't remember the details. But I know that I learned it at one point to formulate the decisions of who I am right now. Do I have to justify who I am and give you all the facts and all the evidence and all the links? I could, but I'm not going to. I am what I am. Either I resonate truth or I don't. That's just how it is. Yeah, I'm a little sketchy on the details. I get old. I've forgotten more than I've ever learned. So that's just where it is. I had a great cup of coffee today. I can tell you that. Excellent cup of coffee. I don't know if there's any left, but you should go order some. Go to 84million.com, like 84 million Litecoin, 84million.com. If you go there, there's a Litecoin coffee club. There's a link. He sells all kinds of cool stuff. I put a picture out on Twitter. I got a Liberty flag, the Moultrie flag, but it's black with the L, Litecoin L and the Bitcoin B and the crescent moon. I hang that up in the bar. The other one's hanging in the bar. I got to hang this one up. I got the blue one, need the black one up. And then I've gotten all these prints, these digital prints. I'm going to have to show them on Happy Hour today or take a picture of them because they're 20 by 30. 20 inches by 30 inches, these prints. And it's the Johnny Litecoin's Litecoin Manifesto, the image of all the people who passed the MWeb torch on Twitter, all the handles, the chat or the documentation, I think it was in GitHub or wherever it was where Charlie Lee was talking about Litecoin when he first started it, all that. So, and then I've got the Litecoin chicken, the Chicken King. It's pretty cool. If you haven't seen that, you can go out there and get those. I think you can still get it. You can get the print off of 84million.com and print it out and frame it. I mean, it's pretty cool to hang on the wall. I got a chicken shirt. Chicken shirt. No, I've got a Chicken King black pullover that I got from Chief Litecoin. He's doing a giveaway right now. Talking about coffee. All right, you can get your coffee at 84million.com. It was excellent. Honduran. It was just brewed, or I should say it was just roasted, the beans, on the 25th of January. I received them yesterday. I ground them up today. Excellent cup of coffee. I mean, awesome cup of coffee, and I love coffee. It's strong, but it's smooth. It's not bitter. It's got a great aroma, a great flavor. I mean, it's not cheap because, there's a cupping value on some of this stuff. It's really high. I go to Costco and I get the organic, 2 pounds of coffee beans for like 10, 11 bucks. They're organic and this and that. They're good for just a daily cup of coffee, but they just don't have that. Like when you go to a restaurant, and I think I was in Austria, oh my God, a long time ago, at the end of the 90s, and Graz, Austria. I really liked it because I spoke a little German from high school, and so I could get along well. Other people didn't like it because they're like, these people are rude, and it's like, well, they're looking at you as being rude because you're not speaking the language. So I made an attempt at least, and so I got along with everybody. I walked down the street, Grüß Gott, hello, that's it. Ein Schnitzel. I don't even know if that's right. Schnitzel und Bier, bitte. So, there's, if you just say enough to get by, Dankeschön. If you get by just enough and participate, people will appreciate that. And they understand that, you know what, this guy's not speaking very well, but at least he's trying. No, kein Sprechen Deutsch, or something like that. Tangents. But anyway, it reminded me of the cup of coffee that I had over there. You have it in a little cup, and it's just just full-bodied, and just rich, and this is good coffee. That's all I'm saying. And it's not cheap, but it's really good. And it's worth it. And it's good to have. It's like a cigar. You can smoke Swisher Sweets if you smoke cigars, but once in a while you want to have a Monte Cristo. Maybe you want an Olliv, Serie V. You want to have something nice once in a while. So every day, you might have, just the typical coffee, but once in a while, it's good to treat yourself with something really good. If you can afford it, drink it all day, but it's really good. If you go to 84million.com, I know this is turning into a commercial, but Chief Litecoin on Twitter, Chief Litecoin, at Chief Litecoin, he's got a giveaway right now. When he hits 200 followers, he's giving away 2 bags of the coffee. I think it's 2 bags of this coffee. It's worth it. So if you're not on Twitter, if you are on Twitter, go follow him, and you can get in that giveaway. I got that Chicken King shirt from Chief Litecoin in a giveaway. So thank you, brother. I appreciate it. He's putting out some good content for Litecoin. Follow him. There's so many other people to follow on Twitter. I just retweeted a list of people who are into Litecoin. So if you're into Litecoin, get on Twitter and start following people. Get into Litecoin Underground Spaces on Wednesday night and learn. That's how you learn this stuff, because it's scattered all over the place. Good stuff. But yeah, check out 84million.com if you want some Litecoin gear. You can pay with Litecoin. I always pay with Litecoin. So, you know, that's a good thing. It's feeding that ecosystem. Let's keep it going. That's what money's all about. We have to use it, or it's not money. You know, you can sit and hoard it, and right now it's like, oh yeah, I really don't want to spend it because I know Litecoin's going to explode soon. It's probably going to go up $10 a week at this point into the halving on average. So, you know, $240 is what I'm saying in June, June 17th, $240 Litecoin. Now, it could go a lot more. I'm just saying, but I don't want to pump it. I don't want to be that guy. I'm just looking at the fundamentals. I'm just looking at the last two halving cycles, and I'm applying it to this cycle. And when you look at both of those, they kind of did the same thing. You look at this one, so far it's kind of doing the same thing. It's right on pace. $240 Litecoin on June 17th. I mean, I don't have a crystal ball or anything. I'm just looking at what happened in the past. And, you know, I'm thinking it's going to repeat or rhyme. Now, a lot of other reasons why it could explode, but we'll leave that for another day. If we get to $300 in like March, then I might start talking about why it could explode, you know, into the halving. But until we see movement like that, we're on pace to that $240 conservative $240 on June 17th. Probably be more though. All right, enough of that. But no, I do want to talk about that, the money. You look at the dollar price of Litecoin, and I'm talking about the dollar price of Litecoin, and I don't necessarily want to do that because you're valuing it against something that really has no control mechanism. It can be printed and created out of nothing, and you can have as many as you want. The fact that Litecoin has the ability to transfer value outside of any government, outside of any central bank, its own decentralized network that nothing can stop, that's the important thing to me. And you have a finite supply. You've got a limited amount. You've only got enough for 1/100th of a Litecoin for every person in the world. 1/100th. And you can get one Litecoin for $100 right now. A whole Litecoin for $100 right now. It's the value representation. It's that sovereignty of money that's important to me. It's that ability to say, hey, I have this, and I'll trade this for something. I'll give you this for something. And you're going to know that you have it because it's validated by the network. It shows up on your phone or your laptop, wherever you get your wallet running. You have it, and nothing has stopped it. Nothing has interfered with it. And you can send it for under a penny. I mean, under a penny. It's an amazing network. It's an amazing form of money. It's something you can hold outside of any system. I mean, you control it. You have your seed phrase. You've got your private key. That allows you to be a sovereign individual. You can take that money anywhere in the world. It's not like you have to be beholden to a government. Because, you know, if you have Federal Reserve notes and this government fails, they're worth nothing. Remember, we had a war between the states, the Civil War, the Uncivil War. We had a war for civil rights. I want sovereign rights. I want human rights. Not civil rights. There's a difference. It's like law versus statute. Go look that up. That's a whole nother conversation, though. But when you had the Confederate money, what happened to that when the Confederacy lost? That money became worthless. So when a government fails, that money fails with it. That's not real money then. That's not sound money. Sound money is something that can exist on its own. I'm flashing like Illuminati signs. Somebody take a picture of it. Oh, look at Westwood. He's part of the club. If I were part of the club, I wouldn't be jumping, leapfrogging cars because, you know, that one's not running today. That one's not running today. Trust me on that. Anyway, I have an entourage of, you know, Suburbans and Escalades and all that. Not going to happen. Don't really care about that kind of stuff. So you've got, just lost my train of thought. The train went down the tracks. Anyway, sound money for the digital age. You've got, when a government fails and the money fails, it's not real money. Real money exists outside of government. Real money is sovereign. It has no debt attached to it. There are no encumbrances. There's nothing It's unencumbered. There's no tether to it. There's no debt burden attached to it. It is what it is, and it stands alone. It's sovereign money. It's sound money. That's what Litecoin is. It's sound money for the digital age. There's no debt attached. It is what it is. It exists, and you can use it. You can use it any way you want. Now you got MWeb. You can do it privately. Or you can leave it on the blockchain. So you get a foundation, so you get a charity. And, you want to see all the transactions coming into that charity. And then the blockchain is a ledger, a database. It's more of a ledger that takes care of all that. You can go back and say, okay, yeah, I see where you sent that. Or, oh, it's better for accounting. Perfect. But there are times it's like, hey, I don't want anybody knowing how much money I have. I want to donate anonymously. And so MWeb allows you to do that. It just shows up, doesn't have a from address. It's like, how did it get here? I don't know. Just showed up. Somebody sent it. Who sent it? I don't know. It's MWeb. It's Mimble-Wimble, baby. It's that dark room in the casino that's out. Everybody goes into with their cash. And then, you come out with it, or your chips, whatever. You come out with it. Nobody knows what you have in your pocket. Well, you could have gotten a bunch from that person. That person could have given this and that. Don't know. I have no idea. Don't know until you say, hey, take it out of your pocket, and you put it back on the table, the casino table. That's like the transparent blockchain. Nobody knows what you have until you choose to say, hey, look, I'm going to spend some of this and show you what I have. It's a better form of money. It's sound money for the digital age. I mean, there's sound money for the physical age. It's gold. It's silver. Always has been. I would choose silver over gold because it's way undervalued compared to gold, and it can do a lot more industrially. Kind of the same way with Litecoin to Bitcoin. Bitcoin's great, but Litecoin does everything it does and better and faster and cheaper. And it's just that there's 4 times as many Litecoins, so that makes it less scarce. But there's only 4 times as many. There's 21 million Bitcoin, 84 million Litecoin. So if it's a 4-to-1 ratio, you've got a $24,000 Bitcoin, you should have a $6,000 Litecoin, right? 4-to-1. No, you got a $100 Litecoin. Let that sink in, Elon. Let that sink in. Important stuff. It really is. Understand it. And if you don't understand it, keep watching Westwood. Watch Happy Hour today at 4 p.m. Central Time on Litecoin Lisa's YouTube channel. Just go look for Litecoin Lisa on YouTube. And at 4 o'clock-ish, we might go to 5 sometimes. Just depends what's going on. Usually 4 o'clock Central Time, 5 o'clock Eastern Time, we have Happy Hour. Maybe we should move it later. Last week we were late and couldn't do it till 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern. And we got a lot of people hopping in. So maybe that's a better time slot. We'll see. We'll talk about it today. Just tune in. Turn the notifications on. Subscribe to Litecoin Lisa's channel and hit that notification bell. Then you'll get notified when we go live, no matter what time it is. And it's simulcast on this channel too, but the chat's over there on her channel. If you're watching it later, watch it on my channel. Give me the views. Give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment. I always respond to the comments. So even if you're a troll, and some of you know that, I respond to you in my sarcastic way. AI doesn't understand sarcasm. All right, check out Happy Hour. I've rambled long enough. I don't know. I always jot notes down, things I should talk about and I don't talk about. I don't know. Charlie Munger, 99-year-old Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's partner, I guess. I don't know, whatever. Says Bitcoin's horrible. Well, yeah, because at this point, he's not going to gain anything off Bitcoin. He's not going to use Bitcoin. It's not going to be useful to him because he's already made his money in the old system, built his wealth in the old system. The last thing these guys want is for a disruption to come in and just upset the apple cart, to turn the tables over. Shekels everywhere. That's the last thing they want. They don't want that kind of disruption. So it's like, let's just get through. Let's not embrace anything new. I'm going to be 50 next week. I'm embracing new things. I'm understanding that there's a physical world, the world we did things, and then there's a digital world. We have to bridge the gap correctly. Watch my video yesterday about artificial intelligence and losing your soul. Very possible that could happen. So it's important that we know who we are, We understand what we are, why we're here, and don't give yourself over to those weak individuals, those digital vampires that are out there, these cardboard cutouts like the movie set in the Westerns. That's all they are, nothing behind them. Don't give in to their fear. Don't give in to their narrative that they're pushing. If we just opt out, it's game over for them. Just opt out. And there's ways to do that. You just figure it out. Litecoin is a way to opt out. Silver is a way to opt out. Having your chickens producing eggs is a way to opt out. There's a lot of ways to opt out. Getting around like-minded people. Putting together a local system of government with like-minded people running things. It's a way to opt out. It's a way to opt out of a vampire casino. That's what we have to do. And that all starts with right here so you can see it. Trusting yourself. You got to know who you are, what you're all about, why you're here. You're here for a reason. You came here for a reason. I think spiritually, you chose to come at this time to be part of this transition, this great transition, this great awakening process. A lot of people are going to get damaged in the process. And if you are damaged because of this, you know what? Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. You made a mistake. And just own it. And let go of it. It's all about forgiving yourself. If you can do that and just say, you know what? I made a mistake. I didn't have all the information I needed. I was, convinced, fear got a hold of me. Their narrative worked. Well, don't keep repeating the same thing. Don't keep going with that narrative just because you made a mistake and you feel like you need to defend that side. It's not a football game. It's not a game here to where we got to pick this side or that side. It's like, no, when you realize the truth, you embrace the truth. And that's it. And no, we're not all going to get along. We have different personalities, but we can agree on certain things and we can help each other out and we can love each other when we've damaged ourselves and done bad things to ourselves and to others. And you might regret doing it, but guess what? You can't redo it. So you got to forgive yourself and move on. And we got to forgive others. And we got to, as human beings, we need to rise up. Our spirits need to resonate and shine and rise, ascend. These vampires, they're nothing without us. They want our energy. Don't give them the energy. Okay? All right. That's why you got to trust yourself. Forgive yourself. Because we're learning here. And as we learn, just got to let go of that past and do the best we can right now today. Because one action today can butterfly out and have that butterfly effect and change the whole world. You got to look at it that way. The longer you can go, the longer you can survive, the more opportunity you can have to leave this world better than you found it and maybe set somebody else on the right path. You got to look at it that way. All right. I love you all. I really do. I hope to see you on Happy Hour today, 4 p.m. Central. Again, watch Litecoin Lisa's YouTube channel. Go to that, subscribe, hit the notification bell. You'll get notified. We talk about this stuff. I'm having some drinks, though, and I'm going to have a cigar, not a Swisher Sweet. Haven't chosen the anointed cigar of the day yet. We'll see. But that today is one of those days where I'll pull out a nice cigar, not a daily smoker. Something really nice. All right, and I'll have some nice bourbon. Probably. All right, love you all. Trust yourselves. Always trust yourself. That's really what it comes down to. Have a wonderful day. Hope to see you on Happy Hour. Thanks for watching.